talking about, our subject tonight is why is Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence so graphic? And we are going to also share with you, we'll do it right now before we forget it, this book. We are giving a PDF of this book away, and the way that you get the PDF is by requesting, of course, and then taking care of the few question survey that we ask. And once you complete the survey, you send it back into laurendew@gmail.com, and we will send the PDF to you to your link, so you read and for yourself firsthand the answer to tonight's question. But these programs are meant to be available to all Periscope filing good freak. That's okay. We have come to expect it, people. I really have. These programs are meant to be programs that help people, especially those who are challenged and hurt by the various things that have happened to their families, to themselves. So many have been molested. We just got a story tonight by one of our associates whose daughter went with a group of young people, which they were all very teenagers, and hopefully they pretty much all knew each other, and they went to a kind of a secluded area, because they, where they were nature, beautiful area, and but what happened? There came into the group two young men about their age, but a little older, and that person bought alcohol, and buying the alcohol, there was apparently one other young lady who really is into, she's way too much for her age and promiscuous, and as a result of that, the alcohol took its toll, and one of the young ladies, who physically looks like she could be probably 30, but's only 14, was taken advantage of. And so there's a situation where a situation of rape occurred. It's a very innocent setting. And this kind of thing, because of what's happened in America, and I believe because of the way we allow things to go, whether it be the internet, whether it be other social media and functions, or just the family not being close-knit like it was at one time, and you have young people left alone to raise themselves, or in families where they don't really talk about things, or they haven't stressed the value of a young lady maintaining her body and understanding that God had entrusted that body to her to maintain for her husband when the Lord sent the right husband. Because so many parents, they themselves were promiscuous. They themselves were having sex as teenagers and kids, and sneaking and whatever, however they were doing it. And so parents have not taken the time to share with their children and stress and emphasize. And I know that there are some churches, even Church Legal, that has a purity program, but there are not a lot of churches that have that. And so you have all these people who they're acting like animals, meaning whatever whatever urge the animal gets, he acts on it. And humans are acting that way. Young animals, and they get an urge for this, an urge for that, and oh boy, there they are. And then when the whole thing of sex overtakes them, then it once the door's open, once there's been, and let's put it this way, if it's been so it wasn't a raping or a molestation, but it was, this think they're in love, which is really lust, not love, I believe, then the door's open, and so whenever they can, with whoever they can, however they can, and whenever they can, have sex. You out there, you too, you've got children, and if you aren't talking to them, if you aren't sharing with them what's going on, if you aren't spending the time and investing in your children and helping them to know what's right, what's wrong, and to value the gift God's given them. See, sex is a gift from God. And a lot of people don't either they don't know it, or they know it and don't appreciate it. They don't, maybe they don't even believe it, whatever. But nevertheless, it still is a gift from God, meant for people who get married. And that's why it's, I think, important that people not harp on one offense or one sin over the other, and that we can go through one by one and read this, read that, and on about the offenses that are out there. And I'm telling you, it's something. And so people need to deal with that, and it's just not happening. So if you don't take the time, you don't make the investment, you don't spend the time with your kids, then things happen, and you can't watch them 24/7. You can't watch them all the time. You can only watch them ever so often, as much as you can, but that one time that something happens, and there you are. Then you are distraught. You are downcast because, my daughter's been raped. My son's been raped. Matter of fact, I posted on Facebook tonight a story of a man who was raped. And of course, folks, they think that doesn't happen. I think finally in America, folks are waking up and realize every kind of thing is happening. Whenever you say it's real. And the numbers 1 in 4 and 1 in 6 are low. And so I posted under my name on Facebook. Man, he was explaining, he was crying, and folks were making fun of him. Well, somebody put a gun to you or a knife to you, and you think they really mean it. You don't know. The choice is, do you want to get cut up and killed, or do you want to surrender? And this man chose to not die, but surrender, and there he was, left looking in a very embarrassing place. So, I implore parents, I implore guardians, I implore those who have the watch for their children to talk to them about sex, talk to them about life, talk to them about the birds and the bees. I think one night I'll put a story, this question like that. You that are listening are probably saying, well, when's it going to get to this book? Let me just pull up one more time. Here's the book. We're giving away a PDF of it, Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence. All you need to do is to send a request for it to Lauren Dew at Gmail, and we'll get it to you so you have it. So tonight's question, real, I think it's a simple question. Why is this teddy bear book so graphic? And we just received last week a incredible, I think one of the best reviews we've had of this book. I mean, we've had a lot of reviews, but this review coming 7 years after this, no, I'm sorry, 5 years after the book was written, because someone just finally just saw it, really put the frosting on the cake. And so I would encourage people, if you haven't read the review, go there. We posted it on our blog so that, well, we just want people to know. And particularly since we received the endorsement from the psychiatrist, the nurse practitioner of our work. See, God already approved it. But when you get man, or woman, humanoid, to be able to give an endorsement, since other humanoids or humans read, that becomes an important thing. The book, the review, June 8th. Let me just read you maybe the first paragraph of the review before I tell you why this book is so graphic. It's the writer. It's a lady who's in this case, she's a minister, one of the fivefold ministers. She said that it was an honor and a privilege to read Teddy Bear Stolen Innocence and share in the life journey of Dr. Lauren Dew, from a life of rape, incest, sexual abuse, promiscuity, and perversion, and onto the road of healing and deliverance from the spirit of lust through his Christian faith and learning to trust in our Lord Jesus Christ to regain his stolen innocence and identity. And that hits the nail on the head, because I think Friday night we're doing a program. It's not a question, it's a statement with an exclamation mark. You too can be free. And that's where we come from. If the Lord is so gracious, so loving, to set me free and bless me, then his blessings are available to others. Remember, he's not a respecter of persons. Let's see. Oh, we got a little more time. Let me just read. Let's see. Maybe one more paragraph. She's got, let's see, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, about 8 paragraphs. So we're not going to read all those. But she says in the second paragraph of her review, this spirit of lust has captivated our societies and cultures. And that's, I just said that earlier, obviously before I read this one. It's talking about dealing with the young people, dealing with all the things that are happening, the things Saturday. And one thing the Lord had me say last night on the radio, and I haven't heard other preachers say it, is that everybody that was in that club was not gay, and everybody that was in that club that died, and some of these preachers said going to hell. Not true. And you know, I'll be glad when somebody walks up to some of these, well, I want to call them names, and I don't mean 4-letter word names, but just you know, the simple-minded people make such stupid statements at times. I've done it. But thank God he woke me up out of that stupidity. and understand that God isn't a God of hatred. The devil is a hatred. The devil is the one that still kills himself. Anyway, but the spirit of lust, and so it has just overtaken our society. I think the two worst spirits running rampant in the world, not just America, spirit of lust, spirit of greed. And greed is probably the number one spirit, wicked spirit in America, I believe, personal comment. So our second paragraph said, the spirit of lust is captivating our societies and cultures, that we are bombarded every day with seductive imagery. The one that made me just kind of choke and laugh was the woman eating that hamburger, breaking out in sweat, looking like a whore. I mean, looking like whatever she looked like. It was just, to me, it was just gross. It's like, what is wrong with these people? But there are people that are fixated on this stuff, and they need that, unfortunately. So, sex sells. That's the world's way it does sell. Back to the greed spirit. Alright, so she said sounds and smells appealing to the emotional, physical, and psychological, there it is, senses. That's where we are. Where we become more concerned with satisfying our urges. I said that just 20 minutes ago when we started this program. More people are more animalistic than human. Because animals just act on their urge. Intelligent creatures don't act on their urge. It's all the time. So it says that satisfying our urges, no matter how, even if it's at the expense of those we claim we love. Potent and powerful. Okay, so we made the case for that and understanding that all of this is happening, but irrespective of it happening, you too can be free. You too can come out of that place of pain, that place of agony, that place of torture and what have you, and go into a place of peace, happiness, and joy in the Holy Ghost, in the Lord, Holy Spirit. Well, this book was the graphic writing, and it was so that, the reason why, so that men that read this, and I believe it's going to be a lot of women that get the book, or that are getting the book, and they have to give it to their men to read, so that men can see that a man, I'm a man, I am a man, went through this, came out, and I'm still a man. At some point earlier, I was a whole bunch of other things, or acting out other things. But in acting all that out, when the Lord brought deliverance, brought me back to that place of grounding in Him as a man. And that whole point is that if God can bring that kind of peace, joy, and happiness, satisfaction, etc., to me, okay, then if you too desire to be free, your daddy raped you, your brother raped you, your mother may have raped you, your sister, your uncle, your grandfather. I heard one story tonight. A woman said her grandfather used to make up and play like there was some characters from some fantasy story. And she went along with her grandfather. But it ended with, obviously, the sex with her. So, you too can be free. If you desire it, if you want it, if you've borne enough pain, if you have basically, I'm going to say, told enough lies, or lived enough lies, or pretended enough, or fantasized, or all of the above, and come to reality. And yeah, I know some folks, you talk about reality, oh my God, that's worse than truth. And they say some truth is more scary than fiction. And when you live in a society like we are right now, and getting crazier and worse, that can be a very, very compelling situation, leading to great fear, great trepidation, great intimidation, and wanting not to, wanting to avoid it all, avoid the pain. So, written graphically to make a very specific point that if this man can be brought out and set free, you, black, white, red, yellow, brown, pink, or blue, can be free. I don't know about a alien. I don't know about a automaton. I don't know about somebody who crosses over from CERN, but I know a human who has a soul, who has a spirit, who is living in a body, who trusts in the Lord, who depends on the Lord, and understands that it can be done, can be done. That's simple. So, the fact that if we don't post something extremely graphic, we don't, like tonight, we had just a couple people show up, which is good, better than nothing. But it seems that in this arena, it takes things that are extremely graphic, extremely off to the right, off to the left, to get people to join. Because they're out. If you go to Periscope, they've got hundreds of thousands of people on Periscope right now, because there's things there that are appealing to their lusts, appealing to pacify. That's the issue. So many are into pacifying themselves. Temporary satisfaction. But what we have to offer, myself, my wife, the work we do, is a permanent thing from the Lord. Nothing we can do. But when the Lord gets involved and He brings the transformation, and He brings the healing, and He brings the deliverance, when He sets free, it becomes permanent. Change happens. So I encourage you to consider letting go and letting God. Partner with the Lord. Love on the Lord. Tell the devil. Tell your flesh. Okay, you've made a fool of me long enough. You've done me in long enough. I now desire peace, love, joy, and happiness. Remember that song? So that's our story. We're going to quit when you're out of time. Comments I leave for you. Why suffer when others are being healed? Why die before your time? Expect a miracle and know that pain is not for life. Alrighty, we're going to check out of here and let you know we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll have another provocative question. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Each night, something a little different. And we still have that question open on the table. Who was the most, I would say, famous exhibitionist in the Bible? We'll come back to that one of these days. Kind of fun. Alrighty, be blessed and have a blessed evening. See you back tomorrow, either at our 5 o'clock program, Prophetic conversation with you. Also, go to our website, LaurenDue.com. LORENDUE.com. arjena.com, or go or Gina, my wife's name, ARJEANA2.com, and go through our website, see all the neat things that are there. Okay, we're gonna let you go. Have a great evening. Be blessed.